Next question is from Katie, who said, do you think that challenges improve a person's character? Do you believe in no pain, no gain? Every time I think about this idea of building character, I'm reminded of Calvin and Hobbes, where every time, as a kid, I grew up reading Calvin and Hobbes by Bill Watterson. Very often, Calvin's dad, when Calvin was forced to shovel snow or go camping and it rains or whatever, his dad would say that this is all building character. And every time I'm asked about whether challenges build or improve a person's character, I'm reminded of that. I don't really buy into the concept of no pain, no gain when it comes to like working out. In fact, the more I read, seems like actually you really shouldn't be in too much pain. Like, yes, of course, exertion will cause some discomfort, but increasingly we know that maxing out weightlifting to a weight where you can only do one rep is really not particularly healthy.
Or just going to failure. I mean, there's different reports on that.
A lot of different ways in which it seems like pain may be bad actually when it comes to a lot of that. When it comes to sort of like life stuff and challenges, I think there is no doubt that if everything is always super easy, you will probably lack some personal development that you could or definitely would have, I would say, if you experience anything from setbacks to difficult circumstances. Now, exactly what that means for each person could probably be debated, right? So what I would say, it would be really great for everybody to have everyone that they love in their family die within a week of each other, because it would be really difficult and you would develop your character. Obviously, I don't believe that, right? That seems like an insane thing to say. But I think that there's no doubt that if you are used to getting through school really, really easily, and all of a sudden you get to college, and hey, you know what? It's tougher than you expected. It's stressful. You're having to now manage getting a lot of work done and a lot of reading done. Maybe you're also working part-time to support yourself. There's no doubt that that would be a difficult situation for many people. But it's probably a really good experience to have for later in life when you may have many things to manage, or there may be issues that come up unexpectedly, and you have that experience of, as an 18 to 22-year-old, for example, having managed issues that relate to time management, financial issues, etc. It probably does help to prepare you for issues in the real world.
I mean, I think it really depends, because if it's something like shoveling a driveway or mowing the lawn every day, I don't think that's really building character, as you referenced to.
And is it even that difficult?
It's not even that difficult, no. But I think if you, let's say you grow up in poverty or something, and then you're able to come out of it when you're older, I think you do build character because you're able to empathize with what that was like and help people along and make the same journey that you went with. So in that way, I think challenges do make you stronger. This whole no pain, no gain thing, I think it makes sense in some respects, because you should be able to push your comfort level. I, for example, was never too good with public speaking, but I improved just by doing it. And without making that effort, without making that extra step and putting myself out there, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am.
I think the main point is it's undeniable that if no one ever did anything that was a challenge or uncomfortable, we would have so many people who never ultimately find areas of life that they excel in and make significant contributions to society through. And that's sort of where I end up on it. Creating really, really harsh situations just for the sake of it. Maybe that's sort of an adrenaline rush for adventure tourism types and stuff like that. That's not exactly what I'm talking about, but I think I tend to agree with you overall.
Or you just have a group of people who can't really empathize with those below them in the socioeconomic ladder.
Yeah.
People like our president currently.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I think that Donald Trump would be a very different person, and arguably someone who would make a much better president had he experienced some of what Pat is talking about. And I know that he only got a small loan of $1 million from his dad, and that's very small compared to some other people. And legitimately, he did have, I believe it's a brother who committed suicide, and he spoke to Anderson Cooper about that. And that's absolutely a huge personal trauma, family setback, et cetera. But I think by and large, we sort of understand the way in which having a different upbringing would have changed who Donald Trump is as a person. Bonus show is next, davidpakman.com/membership to sign up and get instant access.